All right, grace and peace, love and light. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, all praises to Yahuwah, Abba the Father. This is Young Hebrew, Shamar Yehuda, aka Slim Wolf the Jew. And today, or tonight, it'll just be a little quick edification. Won't be too long, won't be too short. But what we gonna do is talk about, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about this topic no more, but this is just something that people need to know, because I see a lot of people still talking about, oh, the white man got to get cut off. Obadiah this, Obadiah that. You know what I'm saying? We've already asked these questions. You know, if Esau is the white man, who's the stranger in Obadiah's vision in Deuteronomy 28? So, let's just get 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 3 through 4. Oh, shoot. No, we can do that right here. Hold on. Is it 18? Yeah, 18. Yep. Sure enough it is. Let's get it. Here we go. And Ahab called Obadiah. This is Prophet Obadiah, by the way, which was the governor of his house. Now Obadiah feared Yahuwah greatly. For it was so when Jezebel cut off the prophets of Yahuwah, that Obadiah took 100 prophets and hid them 50 in a cave and fed them with bread and water. So this is Obadiah. Now we're going to go to that part where y'all be talking about, oh, the white man got to get cut off and this and that. Hold on. Let's go to Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. I think verse 10. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing a freestyle lesson right now. You know. Here it go right here. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob shall shame cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Now, when I show y'all this precept, we're going to go back to Obadiah right quick, okay? Now, keep this in mind. It said, thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. Now, let's go to the book of 1 Kings, chapter, because we already know the KJV, the Bible period, it hasn't been, with the European and the heathen translators, we already know it's not in order. So, let's get that. Because we already know you research the Bible timeline, we know the books in the Bible aren't even in order. Let's get it. 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 15. Let's get it. For it came to pass, when David was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of the host, was gone up to bury the slain, after he had smitten every male in Edom. For 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel, until he had cut off every male in Edom. You see that? Already happened. Esau being cut off already happened. You don't believe me? Let's get another one. Future. Because we already know prophecies are twofold, man. Because if you read the book of Joshua, you see the Most High had 2/3 back then, too. I think it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. Well, everybody know that Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. So we're going to get Ezekiel 35. If you read Genesis 36, it'll tell you he dwelt, Esau and his descendants are in Mount Seir to this day. To this day. And they never left the land to go to the land of Europe. And another thing, y'all say that Esau was born in the land of Europe, or his descendants are European. So I'm guessing Rebecca somehow, when she was giving birth to Esau and Jacob, she poofed up in the land of Europe to give birth to Esau. And then as soon as Jacob came out holding, or before Jacob came out holding Esau's heel, she just poofed right back up in the land of Canaan, which is Africa, to give birth to Jacob. That not making any sense. Let's go to Ezekiel 35. Here we go. It says this, moreover, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Now we know in the book of Obadiah, it said, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Let's see. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. Thou shalt know that I am Yahuwah, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. See, this is east people from Mount Seir doing this, not the land of Japheth or the land of the north. By the way, Esau's land is south of Israel, like I said in my Who is Esau video. And the land of the north was prophesied where a strange nation would come from. Now, keep in mind, the Most High keep talking about desolate. All right, so therefore, as I live, saith Yahuwah Elohim, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. You see that? Future prophecy about them being cut off. Now we go down. Let's get to keep in mind the Most High said he gonna make it desolate. Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make it thee desolate. And thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So I will do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, even all of it. They shall know that I am Yahuwah. You see that? Already been cut off. All that stuff already happened. It already cut off. Interesting. Just for y'all to keep in mind, this Most High talking about it being desolate and cut off. Again, Ezekiel 35:7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. There you go. Now you see that in verse 15, it said, O Mount Seir and all Idumea. Already happened, bro. And we can't remember how the Most High said everything about making stuff desolate now. Here we go. Let's go to the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1 through 4. Salakia. Malachi 1 through 4. Or chapter 1, verse 1 through 4. Last prophet in the OT. Here we go. The burden of the word of Yahuwah to Malachi. Salakia. The burden of the word of the word of Yahuwah to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahuwah, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? See, Esau's your brother. Saith Yahuwah, yet I have loved Jacob. I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Already happened. Like we read in the book of Ezekiel, it was prophesied it was going to happen, and it's happening, and it happened right mother freaking there. You see that? Now, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. You see, made it desolate. Build desolate places. Thus saith Yahuwah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahuwah hath indignation forever. Like SpongeBob said, forever. Now, the reason why the Most High called Esau the border of wickedness is because Islam, Arabia, Mount Seir, they blaspheme Yahushua night and day. The Messiah, they blaspheme the Messiah night and day. You could give Christianity this. They acknowledge that the Heavenly Father exists, but they teach that he's a white man, and the Son is a white man, and the Israelites are white people. Which we know that's a lie, but at least they acknowledge that he existed, and that he didn't just die and not resurrect. But Islam say that he didn't resurrect. And they say he's dead, and they say Yahushua was just a prophet. Sounds ridiculous to me. And another thing, people get misconstrued it as Romans. Was it Romans chapter 9? Let's get that. Everybody think that's talking about the nation of Edom, when Job himself was an Edomite. We already proved that in the earlier lesson. I ain't going back and forth with nobody who want to be in the comments. I think it's Romans. We're gonna start at Romans chapter 9. I believe it's verse 10. Not verse 9. It's like it. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. See, that's referencing back to Genesis. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. Rebekah had also conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Elohim according to the election might stand, not of the works, but of him that calleth. And it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. Now didn't we read that in the book of Genesis? I think it was chapter 25, verse 23 or 24. And here we go. As it is written, this is just like in Malachi, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's talking about actual grandfather Jacob and uncle Esau. That's not talking about the nation of Edom and the nation of Jacob. We were always referred to as Israel. Mainly referred to as Israel. And every time the Most High would talk about the descendants of Esau as a nation, he would speak of them as Edom or Idumea. You know what I mean? Alright, and there was even speculation that in the Talmud that said that Obadiah was an Edomite. Now, if that's true, we know white people ain't that dang humble. Ain't no righteous white people out there that's gonna prophesy against themselves, man. Come on, bruh. They're too prideful. With that being said, grace and peace unto you all. Shalom.